düzenlemiş olduğumuz basın toplantımıza hoş geldiniz. Şimdi Jica Türkiye Ofisi hakkında genel bilgiler vermek üzere Jica Türkiye Ofisi Başkanı Sayın Watanabe'yi kürsüye arz ediyoruz.
Of the media, thank you very much for coming today to our 30th anniversary event of the Jica Türkiye Office. And before the seminar begins in 6 o'clock, I'd like to briefly introduce Jica activity in Turkey. And if you have any question, I'm happy to answer any question after my presentation. My name is Daisuke Watanabe, Chief Representative of Jica Turkey Office, and I have been serving as Chief Representative since January last year. And just 2 days ago, as shown in the screen, I participated in the Istanbul Full Marathon and ran across the Bosphorus Bridge. And as the head of Jica Turkey, I strive to play the role of a bridge connecting Japan and Turkey. Today's agenda. And first, I will briefly introduce about Jica. So Jica is Jica's vision is leading the world with trust, and is to our program includes technical and financial cooperation as well as partnerships. And Jica operates worldwide, and in the Middle East and Europe region, we work in 24 countries, including Turkey. And our activities are built upon the long history of friendship of two countries. So let us watch a short video to look back the history of the friendship between Turkey and economic development. And Marmaray Railway project opened in 2013 and serves as 75,000 passengers per hour. And we are also implementing a water supply project for Ankara, improving disaster preparedness. And since the beginning of our cooperation, this has been a key area, and we continue many projects to share Japan's experiences. And after this slide, I will show just 1 minute short video which introduces the latest project to support seismic retrofitting in school in Israel using Japanese advanced method.
Bugün burada Jica'nın Türkiye'deki 30 yıllık başarılı yolculuğunu ve iki ülke arasındaki güçlü işbirliğini kutlamak için bir araya geldik. Etkinliğimize katılarak bizleri onurlandırdığınız için hepinize teşekkür ederiz. Şimdi açılış konuşmalarını yapmak üzere Jica Türkiye Ofisi Başkanı Sayın Watanabe'yi kürsüye arz ediyoruz.
Director Generals, President and Representatives, all the guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Jica Turkey Office. It is truly meaningful to see so many distinguished guests from various fields gathered here. Your presence eloquently reflects the support, understanding, and at times the constructive criticism that have sustained our office over the past 3 decades. The Jica Turkey office was established in 1995, a year marked by the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake in Japan and the Dinal earthquake in Turkey. Much has changed in the world over the 30 years, yet some things remain unchanged. One of them is the importance of preparedness. While disasters are difficult to predict, we can always prepare. Disaster risk reduction has remained a key focus of our cooperation since the beginning. Back in 1995, speech manuscripts were also mostly handwritten. Today, AI can help us draft speeches. Still, one thing that hasn't changed is the value of speaking in one's own words. So, in honor of those who dedicated themselves to Japan-Turkey cooperation 30 years ago, I chose to write today's speech myself without using AI. So whether that was the right decision, I leave that to your judgment after my speech. The history of our cooperation has been built not only through official development assistance, but also through the efforts of private sector, civil society, and many other actors. Events such as El Turu shipwreck and the rescue of Japanese nationals from Iran symbolize the deep ties between our nations, even though we ourselves were not directly involved in those moments. Still, I believe each of us right now is also contributing to the trust and the friendship between our countries. So let us take pride in that and act with responsibility. In the next 30 years, we will face many challenges: aging populations, urban environments, nature-induced disasters, climate change, and the responsible use of AI and space technologies. I believe that by leveraging the assets of our past cooperation, Japan and Turkey can co-create solutions and overcome these challenges together. It is said that stacking 30 sheets of newspaper results in less than 1 centimeter of thickness, but folding them 30 times would reach a height far beyond Mount Fuji or Mount Everest. So, rather than simply piling up experiences, let us fold them together, layering lessons learned, sharing wisdom, and building partnerships that benefit a wider range of stakeholders. Together with all of you here today, I hope to promote this idea of co-creation through shared assets and build a model of cooperation that can inspire other countries and regions. That is my wish as the Chief Representative of Jica, Turkey, and my request to all of you. Finally, I hope that today's speech, spoken in my own words, has reached your hearts even just a little. Incidentally, when I showed this speech draft to AI, it said, the structure is okay, but perhaps it could be shorter. So I'll keep that in mind for next time. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Dear ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to be here to attend this important event here tonight. 30th anniversary of the establishment of Jica Turkey office in Ankara. Turkey and Japan has long-standing friendship traced back to the Ottoman frigate Ertuğrul, which tragically sank off the coast of Koshimoto in 1890. And this is the very beginning of strong Turkish and Japanese relations between Turkey and Japan. And again, during the Iraq war, Turkey was ready to help those Japanese trapped in between and send them safely to their home country. So it's another symbolic gesture of Turkish people to help strengthen this kind of partnership. Again, in Japan, through Jica has helped quite a lot of institutions in Turkey through capacity building from early 60s. And I heard last time when I was here about Jica Foundation, Turkey Foundation. I heard those stories, which was very impressive and a great example of Japanese contribution in the economic cooperation in Turkey. Now, as the Vice President of Jica, I'm speaking on behalf of Turkish Cooperation Coordination Agency here, and we have a history of 33 years, just 2 years earlier than the establishment of JICA office here. And the name of Jica was based on JICA. So this was told by the first president of Jica. He was the Turkish ambassador in Japan. So he got the name from JICA. So this is another symbolic gesture of Turkey to try to learn from a Japanese experience. So in the past 30 years, JICA and Jica has close cooperation in capacity building, especially in the third countries, because right now we are promoting South-South Triangular cooperation, which is the key of today's development cooperation agenda, because we are only several years away from the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals agenda, so which is very meaningful for two agencies, which is the traditional donor like JICA, and Jica is the emerging new donor. We call emerging donor countries. So we are representing this trend. So this is very important for us. We learned quite a lot as a new donor from Japanese experiences, and in 30 years we have accomplished a lot of projects in different sectors, in the health, particularly agriculture, and those are the main training, of course, vocational training. We are a close partner of JICA, and we have continued this cooperation in recent years. So to conclude, I wish you good luck, and thank you very much for being here in Turkey for the past 30 years. And I hope you're going to do a great job, and good luck. And I hope the cooperation of Jica and JICA will continue forever. Thank you.
Kuruluşunun kıymetli başkanı, Sayın Genel Müdürüm, kamu kurumlarımızın değerli temsilcileri, kıymetli Azizun, Bakanlığım ve Bakanımız Sayın Osman Aşkın Bak adına hepinizi bu güzel gecede saygıyla selamlıyorum. Japonya Uluslararası İşbirliği Ajansı Türkiye Ofisi'nin 30. yılını kutlarken Türkiye-Japonya dostluğunun sahadaki somut işbirlikleriyle güçlendiğini memnuniyetle görüyoruz. Bu anlamlı yıl dönümü vesilesiyle JICA ailesini tebrik ediyor ve bu güzel akşam için emeği geçen tüm arkadaşlarımıza teşekkür ediyorum.
Professor Sayan, Chairman of Turkish-Japanese Foundation, Mr. Kyungen, DG Asia, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and all the distinguished guests of esteemed organizations. It is a great honor and pleasure for me to attend today's reception marking the 30th anniversary of the establishment of JICA Turkey office. And I'd like to report to you that today's event coincided with one of my highlights of diplomatic career, which is the presentation of credentials to President Erdogan. I spent most of the time this afternoon in the magnificent presidential palace together with Mr. Kyungen. And I also would like to share with you that during the discussion, actually President Erdogan graciously provided us about 30-40 minutes discussion with each ambassador. And he specifically mentioned about the JICA project, the importance of the project which played in the development of Turkey. And also, I want to share with you that at the end of the meeting, I got the homework from him. He said, study Turki. And next time, if I have chance to speak in front of you, I'd like to deliver speech in Turkey. And I need a good training, just like Jica is providing, good training in the language. Since then, myself have just taken up my post as ambassador to Turkey on October 15. There are many people I'm meeting for the first time today, but I have heard that everyone gathered here has greatly contributed to the deepening of Japan-Turkey relationship through Jica projects. I'm truly proud that the cooperation by the Jica-Turkey office has taken root in Turkish society and built strong bonds of trust thanks to the dedicated efforts of all of you. Unfortunately, I'm not very familiar with what Turkey was like 30 years ago. So I asked AI to tell me a little bit about it, and also present situations. Over the past 30 years, the Turkish economy has grown significantly, not only in the textile or agriculture sectors, but also other sectors, including the construction and the defense industries. And Turkey has made a remarkable progress over the past 30 years, and I believe that the activities of Jica Turkey office have also evolved, responding accordingly to the changing needs of Turkey. In particular, Marmara and Phase Sultan Mehmet Bridge, constructed thanks to Jica Yildönümü standards and projects that have become indispensable to the daily lives of Istanbul residents. There are prominent symbols of the friendly relationship between Japan and Turkey. Furthermore, many trainees have had the opportunity to participate in training in Japan through Jica Technical Cooperation. Looking at everyone gathered here, it is certainly obvious how these cooperation have contributed to Japan-Turkey relationship. In the future, beyond these traditional projects, it will also be crucial for Japan to collaborate with Turkey in new areas, such as trilateral cooperation, which involves providing support with Turkey to third countries in Middle East or Africa. I'm looking forward to seeing new forms of cooperation to emerge due to the unique strength Japan and Turkey have in different fields. Let me talk a little bit about Japan-Turkey relations as well. Last year marked 100th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relationship. And this year we have had many opportunities to commemorate the friendly relations between the two countries, such as 135th anniversary of Ertuğrul Brigade disaster, 40th anniversary of the rescue of Japanese nationals by Turkish Airlines during the Iran-Iraq War, and the 30th anniversary of establishment of the Jica Turkey office. Furthermore, during the visit of their Imperial Highness Crown Prince and Crown Princess Akishino last year, and the visit of Her Imperial Highness Princess Akiko this September, there are many voices from Turkish people expressing further expectations for cooperation with Japan. As the Japanese ambassador, I would like to take this opportunity to once again express my sincere gratitude to everyone at the Jica Turkey office and to all those who have been involved in the activities. As the Embassy of Japan, we would like to continue to explore new cooperation opportunities with Turkey, working closely with the Jica Turkey office. Just as these 30 years have been a testament to the mutual trust and friendship, let us work forward together for the next 30 years as well. Thank you very much.